So what do you guys think of the CRX? This is a new addition to my collection. It's a 1988 SI, of course the Y49 as you can see. I've had it for about a month now. I recently just got my plates in the other day, and now it's fully legal. Let me give you a small walk around of it. If there's a lot of wind, I apologize. It got a little gusty out here, unfortunately. And I don't know about you, but listening to wind on videos is one of the most annoying things ever. And unfortunately, this time of year where I live, it is always super windy. This CRX is a nice, rare example of one that's survived throughout the years. I'm really excited to have it now. It's just so clean. I love looking at it the way it is. All the original components, mud flaps, wheels, interior, nothing has been modified or changed in any way. Still has the original exhaust. The only thing it is missing is the front lip, unfortunately. Here's a shot of the original exhaust tips. There is a leak. As you can hear in the video, it looks like there's two small holes on the resonator right in the center of the exhaust section. I haven't had a chance to get underneath the car. I'm just going to see how large they are, and if I can, I'm just going to weld them up. Got my classic auto plates for it when I got it registered as well. The sunroof, the bump stops had deteriorated, so it was having a hard time re-shutting itself. When you open it, it would slide off the track. The bump stop would not allow it to stay on the track, so you'd have to lift it and slide it in. Switch is a little weird too. I think it's just worn out because there's a certain spot where once I push it, it'll open and close. There we go. But I have no issues with it now. The switch seems to be working well today too. I'm just usually have to find a particular spot where the connections touch very well. So I got those bump stops off of eBay. There's a seller that has some 3D printed versions. About $13 or $14 shipped. Worth it. Great part. Fix your sunroof. Another thing I replaced just the other day was the hatch shocks. Inexpensive if you buy them off eBay, $22 shipped. That was at least the cheapest I found. And they work great. The hardware is included. The bottom hardware was a little different than the OEM hardware. There's two bolts instead of the original mounts that are on the car. But still very easy to install. Engine is completely stock. Not too much to be said here. They have the stickers on here. Looks like they put a K&N filter, which I think that's a great upgrade. Don't have to worry about changing them. AC still works, has the sand-in compressor. And everything else is completely original that I could tell from looking at it by eye. With the exception of the distributor. You can tell it's a lot cleaner, and it probably failed somewhere along the way, and seems like the only part that I find that's been replaced. This CRX was towed for an unknown amount of miles. I got it from the second owner, and he had never taken off. On the bottom of the bumper, it had these two metal bars that were attached to the lower subframe. The two 17mm bolts that come down and remove that front lower cross member. They had these metal bars attached, and it came up, and it looked like it was for a tow bar. So they had mounted it on there, and they had the wiring going through for the lights when you're towing it. I removed all of that. I pulled the tow bars off because those are going to be a great addition to my track car. I'm going to use that to pull that car back and forth to the track with my truck. But so when they did that, those bars came up where the original lip would have been, and they actually left two small, very small marks in the bumper where they were touching it. So they had removed that lip sometime during its life, and I do not know what happened to it, unfortunately. I am searching for a stock lip, but I also found an aftermarket lip that I may put on just for time being, as I like the way it looks. And lastly, the interior is the roughest part of this car, but also probably the easiest to repair. Door panel is sun beaten up here, so it's just eaten away a little bit. The rest of it is perfectly fine. So this part is the only area that has damage. Passenger seat has the damage on the top bolster, but it's sun damage. You can tell just the way it's kind of melted the material. The center armrest it was neat. It's actually included with the car. One of those original options that people look for. The material obviously has seen way better days. I plan on, I have an extra seat. I got an 89 seat from one of my really good friends, and it's in good shape. So I'm going to see if a reupholstery shop can maybe take that seat and split it in half. We'll basically use the left bolster for the passenger seat, and of course the right one for the driver's seat. So I can repair both seats with original material, and then maybe have them use the center portion of the lower part to reupholster the armrest. I think that would be a really nice feature on there. I've seen some people do it before. I like the way it looks, so I think it would be really cool to match the interior. And that would be it. The cargo cover is present. I had to add two hinges because it was in two pieces, but it's all in great shape and it's all present and accounted for. So that's pretty much it for the interior. Seats, and oh, I forgot, the driver's side door panel is really ugly. This side must have been in the sun the most. As you can see, it's just completely sun beaten and eaten up. So if you guys see any 88 CRX door panels that are in very great shape, let me know. I would be more than willing to find a set, but I'm not in a huge hurry to find them. I'll come across them eventually. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. If you're curious how much I paid $3,800 for it. Seller was asking $4,100. I offered $37. He countered $39. And then I said $38. And he said, bring a coin, we'll flip. If you win, you pay $38. If I win, I pay him $39. Luckily, that was a nice $100 coin flip for me. And overall, I'm very happy with the car. The shape that it's in is amazing. I love the color. Silver and yellow are my two favorite CRX colors, and I was looking for an 88, 89 yellow, or the Y49 Barbados yellow, or the Blade silver. This one just happened to be the cleanest I've found in the last couple of years, and at first I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it. If you follow me on Instagram, the day after I picked it up, I put a post up there saying should I keep it or sell for a little bit of profit, but I think this one's going to stay in the family and just take care of it. I may lower it and throw some wheels on it just to ride around like that, but I will not ever get rid of the stock suspension or the stock wheels. That way, I feel like when you lower a car, it's very easy to put the stock suspension back on and make it look exactly the same way it was. But if I do lower it, I am going to remove the mud flaps because they are in great shape, and I do not want to risk scratching those on any speed bumps or anything else. Thanks for taking a look, guys. Hope you like the car.